We're going to move on. I know, I'm not getting to everybody, but it's almost 8:30.
Oh, I just have,
Just one more.
I'll be very brief.
Okay.
My name is Marilyn Beckett. I live in the county close to Moscow. I've had for a long time. And I would like to ask Representative Labrador and Senator Crapo and Senator Risch if any of them are still members, card-carrying members of the American Legislative Exchange Council.
Yeah.
Which is very active in the legislature in Boise, has been for a long time, and many other states in the country, which have, ironically, many of the same bills going through their legislatures and ending up now in our federal government. And this organization, which is a lobbying organization, passes themselves off as an educational organization. And they enter and speak to our representatives and give them bills to run through, and they pay no taxes, and they're very secretive. And if you are still a member, any of you, of that organization, I'd like you to rescind your membership and see what you can do about bringing integrity and honesty and fairness back into our state legislatures.
I know this is really short shrift, but we're going to run out of time, and we can come back to this. It's truly, this is a huge list, this last section. And if you don't get your question forward, do hand it up to the front of the room, and we're going to include it. So put your name and your statement down, and we will pass it on. But this last section, we could be here till 11 o'clock just on the last section. And I'm talking constitutional issues, government oversight of the executive branch, immigration reform, you name it, this is big. So let's go there, shall we? And if you have questions relating to perhaps gay rights or women's rights or separation of church and state or freedom of the press, now's a great time to ask Senator Crapo, Senator Risch, and Representative Labrador. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Lila Kramer. I'm from Moscow. I was born here, and I've lived in Idaho almost my entire life. I'm also transgender, and yesterday while reading about the rescinded rights of trans students, I grew pretty afraid. So I would like to ask our representatives to tell us if they plan on doing anything to protect our LGBTQ community now and in the future, or if they'll stand by as our newfound rights are systematically stripped from us.
Yes, my name is Christopher LaPaglia. I live in Moscow. As you guys probably know, you have the sole right to declare war for our country. And in recent news, we have troops now in Yemen taking part in war there, and there's talk of sending troops to Syria. I would like to ask you if you'd like to take on your job and your constitutional duties to actually declare war or declare peace. I think our current policies are wasteful of money, they're actually counterproductive, and they're immoral, and they're unchristian. And I'd like you to take a stand on that, please.
We now know the following. That in 2013, under Rex Tillerson, Exxon brokered a deal with Russia's state-owned oil company worth hundreds of billions of dollars. In 2014, Russia seized Crimea in the Ukraine, securing access to the Black Sea. Obama administration's sanctions against Russia in 2014 for that aggression blocked that Exxon deal's progress. We know Trump campaign officials met with Russian officials and discussed the lifting of those sanctions. We know the Republican Party, at the behest of the Trump campaign, removed its pro-Ukraine plank from the party's election platform. U.S. intelligence agencies confirm that Russia meddled in the U.S. election. And recently, Republican congressmen in both houses, including Idaho's legislators, voted to kill a rule requiring oil companies to disclose payments to foreign governments. This altogether looks like a smoking gun to me. By no means should sanctions against Russia be lifted until we have a full accounting of what happened and the influence these events had on our election. We deserve a full congressional investigation into those events and their influence.
Hi, Shannon Bennett, Lewiston, Idaho. I'm going to follow up a little bit with what you just said. I am so disappointed that our representative and our state senators have not investigated Trump and followed the money, followed the taxes. What's he invested in? Who owns him? Because somebody does.
I must have a lot to say tonight. I'm sorry, I'm still Nikki Calla from Potlatch, Idaho. I am a veteran. I worked in naval intelligence during the Cold War. And we were not friends with Russia now or then, and we are not friends with Russia now. They're not even good frenemies. And we need to investigate this all the way. It goes all the way to the top. There's corruption in our senators, in our leadership, all the way up to the president. And I'm really angry about it. There was a report recently that Senator or Representative Paul Ryan bought 5 parcels of land along the Dakota Access Pipeline and then in his wife's name and sold that for a profit. There are all kinds of horrible things going on in our government, and it's all connected to oil, and it's all connected to money, and it's all connected to Russia, and they use Russian influence to get elected, and I am angry and I am scared because we have a crazy person in the White House who has nuclear weapons.
My name is Jeannie McHale. I live in Moscow, Idaho, and I have a brief statement to make to our absent representatives that treasonous behavior is still treason even when it gets Republicans elected.
So now, calm down as I say all this. We have some proposed initiatives. A wall for $20 billion. Now it's going to be more than that, by the way. Oh, Dick Wilson, Moscow. An expanded fleet by 50 ships. No, I'm a sailor. I like ships, but expanding the fleet by 50 ships, a lot of money. Let's see. Oh, today's news. Expanding our nuclear arsenal. Now, honest, if we're going to do this, I want to pay for it. I don't want this to be passed along to my kids and grandkids. So if you're going to do this, raise my taxes. Little estimate on how much the wall will cost. My wife and I should be paying $400 a year for the 3 years that it takes to build the wall. Charge me for it, please.
Tony Brownson from Moscow, Idaho. I'm really worried about the U.S. Constitution. Are you? I'm worried. I realize as I age that one of the reasons I've always felt safe in this country, and I've traveled a lot, not as much as Vaughn, but I've been all over the world. But when I come home, I feel like I'm safe because we have the rule of law. Because if you break the law, you will have to go to prison. In other words, you can't just go around hurting people you don't like and taking what you want. And I'm worried that if we open up the Constitution, that's all going to go away. And I just can't bear to think what would happen then. So, senators, representative, I know that there's a proposal to have a convention to open up the Constitution, and I beg you not to let this happen. Thank you.